Hey, welcome to Talking Black Podcast.
I don't even know what I'm AKA in
The middle
today.
child. Golly.
I don't even know what I'm AKA in today, for
Oh,
real.
that's how you feeling today?
I feel real mellow today.
Oh man, I do.
How you feeling?
I feel okay. I feel good. Mellow at the same time, but at the same time, kind of like motivated a little bit.
I'm a little calm today. And I think it calls for today's episode. Last week we were on some heavy stuff. So this week we're going to talk about what everybody loves to talk about, and that's the LOVE
Yeah,
one.
relationships.
On the 1-2s.
And so today's actually the title is relationship goals or relationship knows, and it's not NO, it's KNOW.
Absolutely.
And so we're gonna have her break it down. Go ahead, break it dodown. I usually say let's get right to it, so I'm not gonna do this week because we also got to start with the icebreakers. And I learned my lesson.
Yeah, because you're talking about get into it. We can't get straight into it unless we come real smooth. You know what I'm
get
saying?
the icebreakers. Yeah, I mean.
And especially in relationships, if you really understand relationships, you would probably want to take it a little slower than to jump, gun bust everything.
Yep, and so we're gonna switch up this week. I'm gonna start off by asking you first.
Yeah,
ladies first.
places.
Ladies first this week. I'm gonna go ahead and start by asking her. And so the first ice-breaking question is, what is an instant turn off for you?
Oh, although I have lots of them, I think
I'll say instant ones.
the instant one will be a man saying, "I could take care of you."
No.
And my reasoning behind
Yeah, I'm about
that,
to say, do elaborate.
I'm gonna elaborate, right? So my reason behind that is, are you selling your pockets, or are you selling who you are? I'm real big on who are you as a person, right? Because anybody's money can buy me anything, but nobody money can buy me. That's an instant turn off for me. So don't do it. And I'm gonna tell you about yourself at the same time. How about you?
An instant turn off for me. I think an instant turn off for me is, I know it's probably not as obvious as some other things, but an instant turn off for me is actually if you're a woman with kids, and I typically do date women with kids because I like that understanding of being a parent and stuff. Um,
That's
Yeah.
that sounds a little contradicting though. Like, all right, so my instant turn off is a woman with kids.
no. I
Oh.
mean, in regards to if you have kids, like if I'm dating or engaging a woman with kids, I didn't get to the second part.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Is
Tell me to be quiet.
is I won't do that. You got your bill. I'll hit. You know what I mean, but it's an instant turn on for me if you're a bad mother. How you parent is kind of big for me. And like I said, I know in most cases you don't find out or see that initially. But most of the times, if you're on a first date, right? A real, let me not be judgmental. Most women with kids, they can't help but mention
Their kids.
their kids, to some capacity. And so I'm not going to explain in the detail. I'm pretty sure I get a opportunity later on in the show, but I've seen some examples of like they may answer a phone call from their kids like, hold on, I gotta take this as my child or something like that, and just the way they engage or conversate with their, sometimes it's like, okay, that's how you.
So yeah, I was gonna ask you, like, what would be something that you can instantly know that they're a bad mom?
That's why that's why I started off by saying that sometimes it's not an obvious thing, but that's, if I think of one of my instances that would probably, I think once I get to that point, like I said, it's not going to be physical engagement right away, like because most women don't bring around their kids right away, but it's something that it really grinds my gears, like depending on their age, like it's 9 o'clock at night, why hasn't your child eaten dinner yet?
Ooh.
And it's just like, as a man, you don't think we pay attention to that. But for me, I can't speak for other men, but for me, it's just like you on the phone with your homegirls, or you sitting outside busting it up and stuff like that, and your kids like, well, what's going like? To me, that's like, ooh, that's a really major big,
And
big
that's
thing
your
for me.
preference, because I'm not even going to go into the who's, what, where's, and
Yeah,
why.
because I can say something.
That's literally your preference, and we gotta respect that.
So yeah, we gonna move on because these is the icebreaker, so we ain't supposed to
let's
spend a
move
whole
on a
bunch
little
on it.
bit. Let's
And
move
so the
on.
second question for the icebreaker is, what's something about you that someone would have to learn to deal with?
A person, one of the non-negotiable things that I will not let go of will be my means of communication. Right? I communicate in a certain way. I'm a very much of a deep person.
We know.
So if I have any issues, I'm able to dissect everything. And a person that shuts me down because they don't want to hear it, well, is a no for me. So that's something that someone would have to deal with. That's something I will not give up, because you're asking me to give up my voice. So I can't do that.
So they basically saying, in the nutshell, they got to be able to communicate with you. You're not giving up that facet.
They have to be okay with how I communicate.
Okay, that's it. Okay.
Because I do understand, not right now, and I'm not ready to communicate right now, because you're gonna need the mental capacity for me. So let's say that you're gonna have to deal with the fact that I have a large capacity to communicate.
Okay, I like that one. That I put that's on my list too. But I'm gonna go somewhere different, and I'm gonna say for me, you have to learn to deal with who I am in my relationship with God.
That's
My relationship, I don't say religion. I don't really like, but I'll use it because it's the most commonly used. Also, I'll say religion, my religious belief, my relationship with God, because that's not going anywhere.
absolutely.
To no extent, and a lot of who I structure or try to structure myself to be, is based about what I believe,
Believing.
and so a lot of things come with that, whether it be accountability, communication, respect, like all those things are kind of centered around who I am as a man of God.
I'm surprised that I didn't choose that, but I feel like
That's what I thought you was gonna say.
I feel like I'm like it's so embedded in me that I don't even have to say it anymore, because everybody know if it's not, if you're not Muslim, if you're anything else, you won't stand a chance with me in the long haul. Like everybody knows that about me. Like, so it really.
You know what I'm thinking about when I say that. Remember the conversation that we had in regard to somebody else, and I'm just like, what did you even talk about? I said we
whole different on two different sides.
Like what did you talking about? We what?
Like tug of war you down. I will never switch sides.
We not trying to do that here. Like,
exactly. So for anybody that will ever need to know, like, it's a no-go. If anybody is outside of Islam, it'll never work. It'll never work. Probably could have caught me years ago, but I still ain't switching sides.
You may have been in a place where you was okay or content with it, but you would have never just been like fully, okay, I'm going to do this now. No.
Yeah, like, so I thought, I think people would think I would have picked that. And I'm not surprised that you picked it, but I probably would thought you would have did something else, because you don't really talk about God a lot.
Because I'm not one of those Christians that's poor. Like, I try to, if the opportunity presents itself, or if it's like a common ground conversation, then yeah. But I don't force or pour that onto, like, I have people that I do talk about in that manner. I have people that I know aren't interested in those conversations, so I don't disrespect by constantly or bringing it up, whatever the case may be. And if you're not in my personal life, and what I mean by in my personal life is, no, you're not seeing me outside or at a function or event. But I mean personal life is when you see me outside of those places. Like, if we hanging out, we're engaging outside of those dynamics. Like, if we going to a more settled environment, like we meeting as a friend group, smaller group, to go to brunch or whatever the case may be.
We gonna talk about it.
Yeah, we could talk about that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's just not who I am. I know some people are like that. That's just not me.
Exactly. Some people push it on everybody. For me, I just simply be it, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be, straight like that. But as the icebreakers went into understanding how we view things and who we are, straight from the gun bus, like the conversation for today is simply about everybody loves to talk about relationship goals. Relationship goals are a big thing, right? But what they want, it's about what they want, what they see, what it looks like, what looks good, what looks bad in everybody else's relationships. But we don't really talk about the relationship knows, the knowing of what it actually is, what it actually takes, and who we actually want outside of what we believe we need to have, right? And so today the conversation is going to get, you're going to dive into the beginning stages of relationships, not the strong topics of,
Maybe down the road.
50-50. And
Yeah.
the 80-20. I need
yeah.
some married people for that because I feel like it'd be more of a
That's the point where we start having cold,
they can talk about that, right?
Yeah.
So for today, the main question and the main conversation, I want to know, what do you look for in a spouse?
I'm trying not to be, because you said I'll be surface level a lot, so I'm trying not to be surface level because we are trying to get.
Say that.
No, you did not say that. I think I said that about myself.
Yeah, I only say that.
My bad. I ain't mean to project. Golly, see, I take accountability. You can't get me. I'll take accountability. So, what do I look for in a spouse? Oh man. Actually, I think the I'm gonna answer it this way. I look for you to be yourself. I look for you to be yourself because because I know myself enough to know what I'm compatible with and what and what grinds my gears, or what I'm able to pour into love, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And so, like I said, for me, what I look for in a spouse is you being able to be yourself. That comfortability to say how you feel, act like you want to act, be how you want to be.
I think we here with that, right? Because the ability to be who you are, like give me the word, authenticity.
Yep.
That's what I want in a spouse. If a person asks me, what are you looking for in a man? My response is, I will never tell you. I'm going to ask you questions, and if you fit the bill, then we can move forward. If you do not, I will deny it. And I hope you can take rejection, because I can. Because everybody is not going to be that person that you like. And the beginning stages is understanding I believe I do that, because if I tell you everything, then what does that leave you? You're doing
See what I say. I get passionate about this
Go
subject
ahead.
because what, and also the problem with that is, like you said, people project what they want you to see, because women do it as well, right? And as much as men do, and it's crazy because even if I do tell you, like, even if I do tell a woman, they be like, well, what are some of the things whatever the case may be about a woman? I was like, I just keep it kind of, surface. I say, patience, kindness, gentle, like, the fruit of the spirit type thing. And what I notice is, and I'm pretty sure I'm not pretty sure. I know I got my stuff too. But we're talking about dating someone else. You can't date yourself. Well, you can. Well, that's another topic for another day. But
date yourself.
Yeah. Is the fact of the matter is, if that's not who you are, it is surface anyway. So if I tell you I'm looking for a woman that's patient, right? I can say that, but if that's not who you are, it's gonna show. Like, if you're not patient,
text message that ain't coming right after. What you mean? You been talking to me you ain't talking to me all day, like.
And that's the dynamic I was talking about with the kids. You can say whatever you want about the kid. If you not patient, because you gonna show your patience with your kids. I don't care what because you know them, the familiarity, the relationship is already there. If I see you engage with your kid, if you doing something, they come say, "Mom, this, you." Your response, and whatever the case may be, if I tell you, "Hey, I'm running late," and your response is, "Oh my gosh, I knew it. I know you was out, like all that. I'm just like, oh, relax.
I
Like I'm
thought you
only
was
you.
patient.
Yeah, I thought like
And then what she
we
gonna
ain't
get
like we
from
got
there?
reservations. We ain't going to
Right.
Ruth Chris. We going to Applebee's. Like what
All
you
right, well, let
work
me
like?
ask you a question though. If that happens in those moments, like, how
Mhm.
would you respond to that?
See because of the kind of person I am, I'm very big on grace. I'm very big on grace and understanding, and I realize that people are only human,
Right.
and people have moments.
Absolutely.
But if the moment is repetitious, then it's not a moment; it's character.
Absolutely.
And so I have to give you grace to really see if that's a momentary thing, or is it something that's a part of who you are. So I
Absolutely.
won't just judge you based. I'm not the type. I won't base you just on on one situation or one encounter with something. I'm gonna give you time to go ahead. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and see how you respond for the next couple
Right.
times or the next two times, whatever the case may be. And you got to give it time because those situations might not occur frequently enough, like within the first month, for
Yeah.
you to be. So you got to give it some time to say, okay, let me see how patient you really
Really are.
are,
I,
and
I
that takes
get your
time.
side. I get your side. Like,
Mhm.
I have grace, but
Mhm.
I ain't got too much grace to give. Right. Now,
I
I'm not
mean,
going to dismiss you right then and there, but that mirror gonna come up right then and there. When we get to that place where we are eating, we gonna have a conversation. Cause I want to know, did you realize how you responded to me being late?
yeah, because some people be in denial, or some people just be. Don't, that's one of my biggest turnoffs. I don't know if it's in here somewhere. That's one of my biggest turnoffs.
Well, that was like that was the icebreaker. Like, what really turns you off?
It's
But
not
you,
being a. All right, we can't go backtrack, but I'm just saying since we in that right, this is we engaging in real
we
life
could have been like
conversation.
DMX,
Yeah,
impatience, ignorance, annoyance.
yeah. Like, but that is like for a person to not be able to take accountability in what you done, or not even accountability for you be able to see distinctly. Okay, that's wrong. Like
Right.
you can't do that.
Absolutely.
Then it's just like I don't know what I like. What are you talking about? That's just okay. Now that is the
Right.
instant for me. Okay, you don't
Yeah. Like,
know you.
I have to ask that question once you did something because I need to know, are you willing to say, you know what? Yeah, I seen it. And we can get into it
Mhm.
because if this happens continuously, I'd rather end it now. If you don't, especially if you don't know you're doing it. But
Mhm.
later on down in this episode, we'll start
Mhm.
explaining why. Right? So even with that, we say we want this is what we look for in people, right? Just think about those things that you actually look for in a woman. And then you ask yourself, like, what do you feel like your top 3 traits are? Your characteristic traits.
Me as a
Yes.
person.
You.
Oh, Tony.
Me. Who me?
Okay.
You.
Couldn't be then who? My top three traits. Mm. I am committed.
Mhm.
I am understanding,
I like that. Yeah,
and
you say
I
you have grace.
yeah.
You give
So
grace.
and I'm compassionate.
I love compassion. Oh, I am my 3 top characteristic traits. I am this may sound bad, but I am a challenger. And I
Okay.
believe that it could be both sides, good or bad. But I want the best for whoever I'm with.
Hmm.
And if you tell me you want to do something, I'm going to hold you up to that. I'm
Okay.
going to hold you up to that.
That is a positive.
Um, I am very passionate about the things that I love.
Hmm.
If I'm not passionate about it, I may not care about it. Um, and I will say that I am extremely determined. I have I have a long list of things that I would want me and my spouse to do,
Hmm.
right? And I'm determined to get those done. But I have to have the right person to get there. And the problem is the Titanic be ship be
You was thinking?
sinking because that other person I may not be choosing correctly, or I may not have chosen a person that fits me, but that's my fault.
Or the big word they use. What's the word? The big word they use these days in relationship? Potential.
Oh.
Or the potential.
Because even I may feel like I got the potential to deal with somebody that I may already know is going to be a lot.
I've done that.
I'm good enough to deal with this. I can push him. I could do all of these things to make him greater. And
maybe if I love him enough,
I got the potential for him to change some stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like potential was on both sides. But wait for it. Let's get there. I think I already asked you, like, how would you be able to verify, those traits that are actually in someone, good or bad, right? So I think you answered that. And we both answered it to, communicate. If you ask the right questions or you ask the wrong questions, or how a person responds is exactly who they are. Now, from those conversations, are we able to dive into those and shift a couple mindsets? Because I do believe in mindset shifts. I feel like some people have not ever been asked or asked anything about themselves or told that something about themselves were not okay.
Yeah, for me, my experience is people are able, of course, people are able to change. I'm a clear example of that. If you know my life, and through the course of these episodes, you'll learn a little bit more every week about me, and not just myself, but Aaisha. But yeah, I think that when you when you have a mindset shift, it's because first you have a change of heart. Because the mind follow, you can't change the mind without changing your heart, and so your heart capacity has to change. And so I do think people are able to change, but at the same token, they not want to,
right?
Because of selfish motives, or I'm just gonna say that
I just want to be me.
Notice. Yeah.
I'm just me, right? So when you said that heart feeling, right? Like, how do you notice when you know that you may be something that's not digestible to somebody else, like relationship wise?
I think when you get to for me, when I get to the point where as though I'm content in my efforts, like if I say that feeling like I've done all I could, and I've done my work to the extent in which I can do it, and it's still not changing anything. The person is still not being receptive of me loving them right or correctly, or pouring into them, because it's just like I said, I've been in situations where though I'm like, you know what, I don't like her mouth, but maybe if I like, she could be a little sharp with the tongue, kind of like, and I know it's not. But listen. I'm used to the urban woman. I'm just gonna say that I'm used to the black woman, right?
Yeah, we talk.
So I don't mind a little feistiness, a little but it's something about the disrespect that comes along with it, or not being able to control that, because you can still be sharp and firm, or speak your piece without being disrespectful.
Absolutely.
And so, if a situation occurs where as though I'm just like, yeah, you gotta chill with that dynamic, and I gave her a chance to give you a chance, and and especially if I'm expressing it, I give you grace after grace, and just months go by, I'm just like, okay, you know what? Even if I change my response to how they coming at me, let me change that. So I'll just reflect on myself, because I can't change anybody else, right? So I'll dissect myself for how I initially approach the situation, whether it's my initial words or my response.
Right.
And I'll say, okay, let me tweak this. Let me see if this works, and see if she responds to that. Let me see if this works, and see if she responds to that. If I'm doing all those things and you're still responding the same way, if I get in my head, you know what? It's not me, it's you. I've done everything I can. I'm done with the situation.
I love that you just gave me this whole big dialogue. Yeah. But my question to you was, I'm gonna give you a look. You ain't listened to me.
Oh.
You ain't listened to the question.
What you say?
I said, so there was more so like about you. I said, how do you know, like, do you have a feeling, and how do you know myself, when you may be too much for somebody?
I
Like,
think,
do you know what? Have you ever cut yourself off and be like, you know what, dang this? Yeah, I might not be.
and
How
I
do you
think
know that?
that my I think I just gave you a more
Right.
elaborate response, but my response would still be the
What
same.
would be the
It
same?
would still be if I'm doing everything I can in there. That's
Okay.
my feeling. If I felt
Okay.
like, or if I'm feeling
I
like
may
I'm
not be
doing all my
understanding it.
can, or I made my adjustments, and they're still not responding properly, then that will give me the mindset. You know what?
I'm
I'm
liable to
just
not
they just
understand.
not
Sometimes I just don't
they just not
understand.
ready for what I'm willing to give,
Yeah.
or they might be not, or they might be taking advantage of.
Right.
That's equally worse, that you taking advantage of. Like, you know, I'm giving effort. You know, I'm not. When I get that feeling of, like, if I had to say, like, self defeatedness, like, you know what, it's some bull crap.
I know. I know when I know that I am something like hard, a hard pill to swallow for myself. I'll give you an example. If I'm having a conversation with my person and they have an issue with me, and I feel my chest getting tight because I'm fighting too hard for the justification of it, I know that I'm a problem. I know it's me. I know that I'm a problem because it's not about, the why understanding. It's about literally in the moment. Do I really know how to check myself? So I know when I'm a hard pill to swallow.
And you know what? I think my response was based on, because it was different than the question. Because
Right.
I'm not gonna, I don't make, or I try not to be in the habit of making decisions based off of feelings.
Okay.
So that's why my head already, it went to logic,
Right.
or,
Right. Right.
you
Oh,
know,
mine was feelings.
that I'm not
I'm just
saying,
asking. I don't know,
no,
like, cause
because you said a feeling.
looking out,
I'm
looking out,
Yeah, I was
looking
saying the
at
question
different.
and feelings. So I'm just like, okay, I might have, because I might have a feeling initially, like, you know what, she just
Okay.
that feeling, but they're just like, okay, let
Okay.
me meditate on that. Let me, okay, boom. Then I'll proceed out of that space instead of responding out of feelings.
Okay.
Or
Yeah, I think I respond. So when I'm reflecting on myself, I do respond out of the way I feel. Because in that moment, I could be too much. Oh, I'm a lot sometimes, and I get it. Sometimes
mm-hmm.
you know how they say, when can a black woman shut up? Sometimes I gotta say
When she
1, 2,
win,
3, 4. Nah, it's when she feel like it's honestly when she feel like it's no point of fighting because we be knowing we be wrong, but when it comes down to being wrong to your spouse, it's embarrassing. Like you may feel embarrassed, and outside of that, like really not understanding that that person is supposed to comfort you, no, especially when you taking yourself, me taking accountability in what you're doing and what you're not doing. But in those moments, it be about right and wrong.
right?
So we're not really always, there. But
I know from experience.
yeah, it's like, dang, I can't even say I'm wrong. Yeah, goodness, never mind. You know what?
Yeah, you is wrong. You know what? Now,
Now I feel like that you disrespectful. Let me turn it on you, right? Um, so one of our most I think the best segment we got for me, I love Say That Again because it's more focused on, the phrases. And before I give the phrase that everybody use, I want us to do a little
exercise.
a little exercise.
Okay, we having
Yeah,
fun
thanks for the
today.
word. A little exercise. Let's get it right. So so it's attraction versus reality, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you attract? What are you attracted to?
Mm-hmm.
And what is your actual type?
That
So
is
do you
love.
understand the difference?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I'm looking like that. But you had me telling myself for some
What do
stuff.
you attract? What are you attracted to? And what is your type? And I gotta sneeze. Sorry, y'all. This real life.
Dang.
If it come,
What do I attract? I'm sorry, it's not funny. I'm just thinking about some stuff.
you better get it.
Oh man.
You want me
I
to?
attract all.
I think you gotta go first because I just got finished talking.
Yeah, you right. Oh man, I attract all type of women.
Ooh, the ones
So
who come to you. So you attract. What do you attract?
that's what I mean. The ones who come to me. I attract all type of women. I think I attract some ratchetness.
Ratchet.
I attract some uppity. That's why I said mine just mixed. I attract some uppities, I attract some rowdy women. I attract some mellow women. I think it depends on what room you first meet me in. Um, and I really believe that because everybody, it's not fake to conduct yourself. It's being mature and knowing your surroundings to conduct yourself differently in different rooms.
Right.
Why am I going to act the same at my best friend's birthday party as I would at a baby shower? I'm about to say you.
I mean, why is because you are who you are yourself, and why not? Yeah, I mean, everybody got their own little other side.
Yeah, I'm
Everybody
not
got a
gonna be
split
like
personality.
that's my best friend's birthday party turned up like we having a good time.
So in that turned up spot, you are attracting ratchets.
I'm having fun. Either way, I'm being myself. Let me just clarify that. Either way, I'm being myself.
Right. So you have different sides.
In the different settings, you have to display certain aspects of yourself. Like I'm not gonna be in perfect example, right? My turn up is different in church than it is at a birthday party. Like I love my guy. You feel me?
If you don't sit down, who say?
Yeah. You feel me? I love. I'm gonna be up there. I'm animated in church. I like to worship. I like to versus you catch me at a karaoke session. I love music. So I'll be turned up just in a different way. My personality still gonna shine through.
Yeah, you're very much a person that's there. People see.
Yeah, I'm present.
So you might, that's why you attract the ones with the most personality, because even being ratchet, that's a personality.
But I also, like I said, I also attract women that are less vibrant with their personality.
So what are you attracted to?
I'm attracted to a balance. I love, and I had to figure that out about myself. That came with learning and growing and knowing myself. I'm attracted to balance. I love a woman that is gonna stand up for herself when she feels like she's wronged. But I also love a woman that is gentle in her approach.
Okay.
I like a woman that knows that we can enjoy each other in different capacities.
Okay. In different spaces.
Yeah, like we can go have a drink together, like we can chill, vibe out, have a drink together, go to a poetry night, spoken word, or little karaoke, whatever the case may be. We can enjoy each other just as much, but we can be in a home, we can be doing a study, or we can watch a documentary, or we can whatever. We enjoy each other. We can sit and have dinner in silence with no TV, no music, and just conversate.
Right.
I'm attracted to that. Just being able to enjoy different facets of a woman. You don't have to be always,
out there.
Yeah, like
just because I feel like it would probably balance you out, because you are a person when you're in the room and certain places you are seen. Like Tony's going to get on the mic. Tony's going to be on the dance floor. Tony's going to do these things. So your balance is a person that can get like that, but more so mellow. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So what you're attracted to and your type be the same?
Are we talking about type physically?
I mean, whatever your type is. Some people are have a type that is physical. It's up to you.
Physically, I don't have really a specific type. If I find you attractive, I find you attractive. What really is my type is that would differ you from me pursuing you intentionally and purposefully versus me just seeing you at or unsure about the situation is the type of person you are, how you carry yourself, as a woman. Like if you have, say for instance, I'll speak about you, right? Say for instance, you got your person and she has male friends, and y'all walk into a room and she engages her male friends. I pay attention to how she engages her male friends. Are you respecting the boundaries of a relationship? Like, I'm not going to tell you certain stuff, or with like we talked about earlier, my expectations of that. I'm going to see how you carry yourself. So it could be my first time in that setting with you.
Not you put me on a chopping block. But go ahead.
And I said that for you
Go
because
ahead.
us as friends, right?
Yeah.
You never greeted me embracefully. Like you always
Mm.
greeted me as a friend.
Right.
Like even if it's just a little side or whatever. Hey, what's up, Tony?
Yeah,
Sometimes we
definitely
don't
get
even.
a
It's,
side.
yeah, it's like that. And you're not in a.
I'm not in a relationship right now. No.
Yeah, but that goes to show you not even being in a committed relationship, how you carry yourself as a woman.
Right.
And I look for that's just one example of what I look for, like how she carry herself in different spaces.
Exactly.
Like even to the point where like, can you handle your? We all adults here. How do you handle your liquor? Like, is you getting boisterous? Like, is you getting like, what are you doing? Like,
That's that part that attract you. That ratchetness.
Actually, no.
I'm just saying, you said it, not me.
See, I guess we gonna have to get an episode.
No, we ain't
redefine
going. Yeah, we gonna go
ratchetness
define
because
ratchetness later on.
yeah,
to be continued,
yeah,
Tony. To be continued.
yeah.
I had to talk in the mic. To be continued.
Yeah, because my definition of ratchet might be different than some
It probably
people's.
is. It probably is.
Maybe mine's a more conservative
So
ratchet.
I think your type kind of matches up a little bit. The balance part. For me, how I look at, I seen the post a while back on social media. It was one of my friends on social media. Shout out to Shanita. She always posting everything about relationships, everything relationships. But what do we attract, right? And I thought about it, and what's attracted? Hold on, wait. What was the first one? What do you attract? The people who come for me, like you said, the way I am. When I'm in public, it's not too many. You're not going to be able to just come and approach me. I'm not going to look at you too long. We're not about to engage unless I know you. So with that, I believe that I attract men with like high IQs because of my social media is always about, communicating. It's always about, something serious. And I don't think that they're going to come for me in a crazy way simply because of how I carry myself. You won't see certain sides of me until you actually get with me.
Yeah.
Right. And what I attract, I know I like those men who have like ex street lives. Right. And my reason is just feel safe. Like you know that you are street smart. I know you've been through things. Your mindset changed, but you still have that in you. I attract those type of men. I am attracted to those type of men. So you would think that I like hood dudes, right? A little bit. An ex-hood dude with a good IQ, right? So then that leaves me with the ones who are attracted to me, the ones I am attracted to. That leads me to my type. What I really want, my type is simply without telling people what I want in a man. Like,
are they listening?
Right. What I want in a man, like simply a man with high IQ and a nice level of EQ. Like he needs to be able to know himself, know how to express himself. Definitely gotta have a strong suit. You have to fit the bill of me being comfortable around you. I have to really look at you and say, okay, I feel safe around him. So that would be, yes, I have a visual type, like what you look like. Yeah, like you better look strong enough to beat somebody up if they hurt me. Absolutely. And yeah.
So I know it's not on here, but I before we move on, it's been in my head since I have a bonus question, please. So we talked about what you attracted to. So the deep, I want to just for a couple minutes is who initially do you attract that later become unattracted to you for what reasons?
The hood ones, because some of them don't know how to step out of that lifestyle. Right, I am my brother's keeper mindset, but you're gonna have to back up a little bit. Because that person, that's your brother, that you are his keeper, a lot of times they're not about to have your family back once you go out there and be what you believe you have to be for these people. they are the ones mostly that do the deceiving stuff because they so used to being wanted. Just imagine a person having an X street life, have a high IQ, and then come get a woman that elevates. You're gonna have to fight off those that street stuff that you're used to, and that's always been my problem.
I think for me, it's the same thing. It's the same exact thing, but as far as a woman's uh character dynamic, that ratchet. Like I said, like I like a little hood, urbanness to you.
Right.
But what I initially attract and later on kind of I don't even have to do anything but be myself.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of just exit their self out is those women that can't take the accountability or the intellectual side because once you may meet me and we may engage in a certain setting like I say often or we exchange numbers on a certain basis, but once I get we on a date now,
Right.
we may meet in this space, but we're on a date now, or you got me one on one, we're kind of whatever, and once I start having real conversation,
Right.
like what you looking for or what's I want to learn about you, like all those hard questions, not surface level questions. That's okay.
Those ones you gotta
Let's skip.
spill out. You gotta
Yeah,
spill out. Mm-hmm.
believe it or not, a lot of women it'd be like, you gotta chill. What you mean I gotta chill? I'm not. I'm pushing 40. I ain't dating to just be around. No, I ain't just catching a vibe. I'm trying to see if this can manifest into something. So you want me chill on the hard questions? You know what? I know your mindset. I'm cool.
Right, right. So what's up, Bea on here? So he said, just had to be to me. You attract men of all kinds because you have confidence, and the ones that say they are the ones with high IQ because they're intrigued by what's beneath the surface. I I can agree with you until to say the ones who to say they have high IQs. They don't tell me they are smart. By the questions I ask and the type of conversations I have, a man without a high IQ won't even stand a chance. It just won't stand a chance. Just I say they have high IQs because to come for me, you have to be confident. Because I mean, if I'm saying like if I'm out in public, there has been many a time people say you are not approachable. They have to be around me in the environment, and I have to talk to them for them to even be comfortable with conversating with me or go through somebody that knows me. It's always been like that.
Yeah, just like when we met in the space that we were in, we never nobody's ever forced to engage. So I'm not gonna say forced, but we were kind of led to engage because of our love for music and love for singing. And so I'm not even gonna lie, I don't remember our initial conversation.
Neither.
But it had to be around music. I think it was
singing,
because
I think we sang a duet together one time, and ever since then it was like
the little most
it was a duet, yeah.
what was it
Forever,
the Fabulous.
Lil Mo and Fabulous.
Yeah. I think I did the Fabulous part for you.
I do agree with Bea though, to a certain extent because I will never. I don't feel like it's from my point of view of what I attract, right? Or what's attracted. What attracts me, right? That's me saying that's what I think, right? Because some people will probably look in and be like, oh, I don't know how, like, he ain't smart. But what a person speaks about with me may not speak about it with somebody else. Because I am that person that's going to ask you certain questions you probably never been asked before.
Well, we're going to have to, we're going to restructure it, but we're going to have to come back to this, and we're going to bring on guests. If we're going to bring on guests, and the guest got to be somebody that we engaged in that way before, so we can get their opinion.
Right. and also, like, I'll let y'all know the people that I'm looking for guests for these next couple shows because they are needed. All right, so I have a question. If you were to meet somebody and you ask about their parents and they say they grew up in a 2-parent household, how do you feel a person that's grown up in a 2-parent household who's never seen, like, arguing and things like that? Like, how do you feel about them? What would be a question you'll ask that person that says, I've never seen it, my mom and dad been good? What would be a question?
I'm going to say, so from that, I'm based on that, the argument aspect, right? Because that popped out to me, is because I know for a fact, I done seen some good couples married 50 60, 30 years, right? And they don't claim to not have had arguments. They have claimed to not expose their kids to those arguments or those disagreements. So my mindset would be you were parent well. You had great parents into that dynamic because they never exposed you to their conflict. Right. Not that they were being fake, whatever. They disrespected the family dynamic enough to say we're not going to do this in front of our kids. We want to see we want them to see the healthiest version of us.
You said a good word. So a specific question you'll ask that person that says I never seen it. What would be a actual question you'll ask that person?
So what did you see? What were you exposed to?
Okay.
But because you never seen them arguing, doesn't mean you weren't exposed to them having Mexican standoffs, days where they weren't talking for extended amount of times, or eating dinner without each other, or barely spending quality time.
And I like that you're going down that way.
Yeah,
because I like you going down this lane because I'm going to ask the question I'll ask.
Yeah, because you cannot, just because you wasn't exposed to one thing, that don't mean what you were exposed to is the right thing. You just were a child and was naive to these things weren't healthy.
I will probably, because the healthy, the exposed, the conflict, I would ask a person that told me that they grew up in a household with a mother and a father that they never seen have issues. My next question would be, well, how do you handle conflict resolution?
Yeah. Did you learn from them?
Like,
what'd you learn?
Because a man would probably say, I'm not arguing with you. My papa ain't never argued with my mom. I ain't talking to you about nothing. I don't have time for that. Because how do you learn what you were never taught? Because it can be a comfort level there that, it's okay to have never seen it, right? But I'm real big on my mother and father could not prepare me to be in a relationship. They only prepared me to be the greatest person that I can be, not who I could be to somebody else.
I think if we're going down that road even deeper, like I think what I was exposed to did prepare me in some shape, form, or fashion, whether it be negative or positive, because it showed me things that I learned later were toxic or unacceptable in relationships. And I was also exposed to good things, like no matter what, you provide for your kids to whatever extent you can. Nobody says you got to be a millionaire, but you be there, you be present. I know my mom she worked for Widener at one point, and she had all four. She could have got fired, but she had all four of us in the back of her patrol car because she couldn't find a babysitter or simply just didn't want to leave us with anybody. She felt safe or whatever. I don't know. I was 6 or something at the time. I don't know, but I had to be older than that because my little brother and sister was here. But yeah.
You know what they taught me? How to just analyze people. They taught me what they instilled in me was just to analyze who I have in my surroundings.
And I think it was harder for me because I wasn't purposely, intentionally taught anything. Nobody had no conversations of life lessons to me. I had to learn through trial and error and observation.
Yeah, it sounds crazy when I say they never taught me. They never prepared me.
Retrospectively look back and say, okay, I observed this growing up. And as an adult saying, okay, so what's wrong? What was wrong about this? And what was right about this? And now having to adjust how I am based on looking back and seeing certain things.
I think I asked that because there are people who parent like their parents, who love like they daddy and mama loved, who do exactly what they say, oh, well, my pops did this, so this is what my wife need. Well, your pop ain't married me. Mm-mm. I'm not married to your daddy. And quite frankly, if I had a choice, I wouldn't want to be. Especially if he taught you how to be the way you are. That might sound a little bit bad, but that's just real.
But also, this a rabbit hole. We might have to have a part two.
We might have a part two.
We might have a part two. We might have to restructure this to a part two.
You want to keep it moving?
But even
with, we do have a question that.
We got a question? Go ahead.
We got a quick question because we ain't got that long. We here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah.
Ooh,
time flying.
You have the bonus is the phrase, the dating pool got piss in it. Mm-hmm. Right? So from that phrase, the dating pool has piss in it.
Oh, I love this question.
What do you feel the dating pool is lacking?
You know what I think about when you say the dating pool has piss in it? I think when you used to go to a public pool, say, I don't know what kind of public pool y'all went to, but I've never been to a public pool. Never mind, I ain't gonna go there. But But when you hop in one of them certain public pools and somebody urinate in the pool and that thing, and they got the color that follow them and all that kind of stuff. That's what I think about. I think about when you hop into dating and you pissy. Something wrong with you. That follows you. Don't try to blame it on the pool.
It do show though.
Don't try to blame it on the pool.
There, right?
Blame it on your whatever we talked about prior in this segment. Let's talk about your mindset, what you choosing, how you're choosing, what you attract, are you changing, like your environment. Where are you picking up these women at? Are you just going to the bonnets and saying I can't find a good woman?
Because you go to the bonnets.
Because you only picking up women in the bonnets, or you going to an art gallery and saying I can't find good. Exactly. And you can find good women. I'm not downplaying anything because you can find good women in different settings. But it's saying, I said that to say like that you got to take accountability for that and say what follows me. Because it's a common denominator somewhere. And it's like you jumping in the pool, but. You in the pool funky, too. It's following you. You in the pool, like
you in the pool too.
You know what I mean?
Like we all drowning together.
Yeah, so
I think it lacks.
Because you know what, and I can admit that as a man, I've come across since my divorce, I come across some good women and some bad women, and I've say some of the good women, I dropped the ball. I can say that. I was in the pool. I was in the pool, but guess what? I had that ring around me.
Exactly.
Come on now, you gotta be real.
And she reacted to what you were. And it's like, what I'm supposed to do, conduct myself to how you want to treat me? Nah, that's not how it goes.
And you got to be mindful and make your adjustments and see, okay, what went wrong this time? I'm constantly making adjustments. So now, believe it or not, I have more of the power when I date, be as though I know who I am, I know what I'm looking for. So it's not women that stop talking to me. A lot of times, I'll stop talking to women. I keep it moving. You might be like, oh, who you talking to? No, okay, I'm talking to this girl. You might ask me a month from now, what's the name doing? I'm not talking to her no more. I'm not talking to her no more. Why? Should I say? I mean,
listen, right? I had to write this down for the end so I won't forget. I just think a calm, clear, answer would be it lacks personality and character. People want everybody to be what they want them to be. They don't even want to be that themselves. It's like, bro, you want a woman that's peaceful, but you are so chaotic. And as soon as you get a peaceful person, you ruin their whole life. Now this peaceful person has to show a side to them that you either created or they buried in there. Because some people are still healing, and the thing about the understanding of healing, those triggers still can impact that person. And if they're not 100% regulated, and that they will go back. But if you see that this person is a very much a peaceful person, a lot of times when we, and this is me speaking for women, bring peace, they create chaos for us.
And I've experienced that. I've had women or woman say to me, I want you to be my peace, or you are my peace. But you like drama. How you want me to be your peace, but you like drama? I can't even, you. I'll come over your crib. You on the phone, you drama.
Because what is be your peace? This gotta be continued. Yeah, we definitely gonna have a deeper conversation once people get together. Because this episode was more so about approaching relationships and the early on questions, right? So in this segment, right, we're gonna ask each other questions. Now we're not gonna go too deep dive in because I want to get to what I want to get to real quick. We got a couple more things we need to get into, but so the woman, I will ask you as a woman, what does respect feel like? Because a lot of times men act like they don't feel anything. It's not what it looks like. What does respect feel like to you from a woman?
Respect feels like to me, how it makes me feel. So I'm trying to go there. I'm trying not to be logic. I'm trying not to be logic. How I feel.
Yeah.
Respect feels like to me, I'm able to be vulnerable.
Okay.
It makes me feel seen, acknowledged, whether it be my mostly it's my efforts.
Kai.
Respect just feels like, oh man, it's a lot of things. It's a lot. Respect feels
I like the vulnerable. The
Yeah,
vulnerable, it
that's
touches
because that's
base
the
on a lot of
biggest. That's the
things.
biggest
Yeah.
thing. Because if a man don't feel like you respect him, there's no way he'll open up to you. Because so many people, not just women but men too, weaponize.
Can I change that for you a little bit? Because you use respect in the same. You
Oh,
use respect in the question that said respect, right? So
okay.
if a man can't feel vulnerable,
Vulnerable,
then
yeah,
they won't feel like they respect it enough to come to you.
exactly. They
Because
don't.
I think
They don't
respect
feel
is
respected enough to be
right,
vulnerable.
right. So I think respect is a big thing for men, but understanding that in order to have in respect in totality, it does matter who are you, like what are you bringing to even show that this woman can do those things, right? But you definitely answered it, but I think you use respect in the question.
I think, but just a sidebar of that, I think you have to also be, um, you have to be a leader in that sense as a man. And I feel like as men and women, we'll answer this question differently. Um, for for a man, you have to lead by example. How are you showing up for her?
Yeah,
Because
I
it's
can
layers
agree.
to it.
I can
Certain
agree.
level of respect is just everybody respect. Like, you won't respect everybody to that capacity, but your mate, your man,
Right.
it's a different level of respect, kind of like a honoring, like a reverence type of. It's not you saying. It's not you giving up. It's not giving up control.
Hmm.
It's giving way. Giving way and giving up are two different
I
things.
respect it.
I'm not giving up anything. I'm giving way.
I
But
respect
if any point I feel like I need to step in, I hear a lot of women say, they, from my experience, a lot of women feel like if any way they feel like you can't lead to the capacity in which they expect,
it. Hmm.
especially a strong black woman, she's going to be like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and take the wheel.
I liked it. Yeah.
And we have to be able to take accountability as men and say, but that comes with transparency,
Yeah.
openness, or boundaries or expectations. All that stuff need to be discussed.
And I respect that answer because also, I mean, I try to fix your answer right there. Even
Mm.
that, right? That can make a man feel uncomfortable.
I don't mind being
I don't
corrected.
know. Some men will though. You know what I'm saying? I think what I could do is show somebody the respect to just let them get it out. And I don't know. I'm learning when to like respond to it and just let it be. So that's something that I work on. So I do
And
respect
the
your
question
answer.
for you is, how can a man improve his own life?
No,
Oh, that's the
not
wrong
that
one.
one.
Where we?
It's right here.
Oh, this one.
One of those. Just
What
choose one
does?
of them.
Okay, I'm gonna pick one. Let me see.
Just choose. Choose one.
Oh, I'm gonna pick that one.
Go
How do
ahead.
you handle conflict when you're upset? Yeah, cause you feisty. So this.
Yo, believe it or not, like I talk stern,
Mm-hmm. I know.
but I'm straightforward. And if I'm upset, I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm upset about, and I'm going to dissect it. Like I said in the beginning, something that won't nobody be able to take it from me. Dissect all of the reasons, the who, what, where, and why, so you can understand. So in that moment, yeah, I'm not looking for, but I feel like a person should be able to understand exactly where I'm coming from. So yeah,
So, to answer the question, how do you handle conflict? You seek to
when
be
I'm upset,
understanding. I mean, seek to be understood. That's how you handle.
how do I handle conflict? I guess you could say seek to be understood. I can't answer that because some people don't be wanting to be like, oh, I seek something. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeking. Yeah, maybe I'm seeking to be understood. I'll take the seeking to be understood. That's okay.
All right.
I'll take it. Me, I gotta figure that out with it myself. I don't know.
See, we here to keep it real. We talking
In
black.
relationships, I'm a little
Mm-hmm.
bit like in and out about coming and talking about certain things because I know sometimes I could be a lot and I don't be wanting to spill on somebody, but I also have to understand that if I don't say something, it will end up affecting us in the long run. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
still working on the how, but I know exactly what I want to do.
Yeah, and that's good because you're self aware. The self awareness right there.
Yeah. So this brings us to the behind the bars segment. This is how me and Tony met. So this is a very important segment in our show. This really was built off of how we know each other. For the world to know we don't know each other personally.
Yeah.
We literally do not talk all week. We communicate today, every Saturday, like
Mm-hmm.
little text here and there. But that's my guy. And behind the bars is important to me, right? So today I chose the song. What did I choose? Alicia Keys. You don't know my name.
Oh my baby.
Baby, baby, baby.
Yeah, Alicia.
So my reasoning for
Mm-hmm.
choosing this song, right? It was a question that I asked on social media this week, about should a woman or how does a man feel about a woman shooting her shot, right? And when I
I
say
seen it.
that, I believe that people believe that it's a woman coming hard, right? But this song was perfect. So before we get into why I chose it and how Alicia shot her shot, you can pick out some lyrics and what you feel like you want to identify in the song first.
So I'm just gonna read the first verse where I just say, "Baby, baby, babe." I ain't
You
gonna
trying
sing
to
it.
sing.
All right, baby, baby, baby. From the day I saw you, I really, really want to catch your eye. There's something special about you, and I must really like you, cause not a lot of guys are worth my time.
Mm.
Oh, baby, baby, baby. It's getting kind of crazy, cause
You're
you
so
are
funny.
taking over my mind. So we're gonna stop right there, cause I just want like. You can read. I'm gonna read some more if you want me to read some more.
That
But right
sounds
there,
like
I want to touch right there. Like
that sounds
that's
like a psychological
you know
attraction,
what,
right?
what, because she never engaged him personally, right? She just seen him. She comes to the coffee shop. She got her coffee, a little whatever muffin every day. She didn't see how he carried himself. Of course, she thought he was physically attractive. Let's just get that out of the way. You're not gonna approach somebody that you don't feel physically attractive. So as a man, I'm gonna take that in accountability. But there's something special about you.
I
I'll be
must
really,
really like you.
I must really like you because not a lot of guys. Meaning, this is not something that she normally does. And normally, you could tell the difference when a woman is used to approaching guys and when she's not.
Or it's a buildup.
Yeah,
It's because we can normally do it, but it is a buildup to do something like that. If
is.
a person literally comes after 3 different guys in 1 week, yeah, she might be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But if we case out that one person and we know exactly, when to go in. We watching whether this person is in a relationship, do this person got kids. We're building up things to communicate about. That's how a woman courts her man. Like that's how we court y'all, right? By watching y'all beforehand. Don't think that if you came for a woman that you wanted for so long, she wasn't giving out those little subliminal hints. Either she liked a couple things. She said a couple things. She spoke to you a little bit louder than the rest of them, or she'll signal you out in front of the whole group.
But don't, and that's why I don't think this is wrong because I've been on the other end of misinterpreting somebody being interested.
Right?
And you be like, she always doing this or she always doing that.
I don't like you.
They may not have said it like that, but then you engage finally or whatever case may be in a position where as though you conversate and it's just like, oh, she don't like me like that. Okay, I'm cool.
Because she talking about everybody else.
Yeah, or whatever. But I think it's no problem with a woman shooting her shot. I think it's all about how she does it.
Right.
Like, for instance, I was out last summer. I was engaging. I was with a group of people, but one of the women I was talking to, and it was karaoke. And yeah, so I went to. They were all by a certain area. I went to the bathroom, and the girl had stopped me saying, "Oh, boy, who done broke your heart?" Whatever. Like, she had a little spiel that she had to say. Who broke, whatever. I'm trying to get to know you type of spiel. And I said, even though the girl I was with wasn't my girlfriend, I was, we were talking, whatever. She said, well, some trying to get to know me, whatever, and that was no problem. She had a little corny line, because don't think guys don't think stuff is corny either, because some stuff they be saying be corny. But anyway, she said she trying to get to know me, and I said, actually, I'm sorry, but I'm here with somebody, and I wouldn't want to disrespect her or anything like that, whatever. And the woman said,
I don't care.
She said, I don't care. She ain't got to know.
Ooh.
And I was just like, nah, I ain't. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. That's those women that you attract. Those little ratchet.
First of all, I was just singing karaoke.
No, but what I'm saying is, you literally told that woman you had a woman, and she said she don't care about your woman. That's what you attract. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Don't do that. Don't.
Settle down a little bit.
I didn't do
your
nothing.
problem. Sorry. But my reason, right, for asking that question, and I thought about this song, was when Aaisha called him. Right? I'm going to give y'all a little bit of what she said.
She got the lyrics printed out. Oh,
I had to
she's
get the
serious.
lyrics printed out. She said, well, I'm going to have to go and call this boy. She said, boy, which is crazy. But she said, hello, can I speak to Michael? Oh, hey, how you doing? I feel kind of silly doing this, but this is the waitress from the coffee house on 39th and I don't know, it's Lennox, whatever that is.
Bruce?
She said, you know, the one with the braids. I see you every Wednesday, all the time. You come in every Wednesday on your lunch. I think you always order the special with the hot chocolate. And my manager be tripping and stuff, talking about we gotta use water, but I always use some milk and cream just for you. She said, I normally don't do this. I usually do this, but I was wondering if maybe we could get together outside of the restaurant one day, you know, because I do look different outside of my work clothes. I mean, we could just go across the street to the park right here. Wait, hold up. My cell phone's breaking up. Hold up. Can you hear me now? Yeah. So what day did you say?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
She didn't give a, yeah.
Perfect. That's the crazy part. She came at him so effortlessly, confidently, but
you can still be a woman in your approach.
She was a woman.
You can still be a woman in your approach and shoot your shot.
I mean, if I shoot my shot, I'm after a couple of, you know, hearsays, you know, back and forth, I'm gonna have to shoot that Waleed, that Wakil, you know, number. But if I'm serious, I'm serious. I mean, I can't help it. I can help it, but maybe I don't want to.
I absolutely.
Who do you before we shut it down? Who do you feel like should like the person more? Do you feel like one person should like the person more?
Well, I think initially somebody always likes somebody more. But I don't think there's no rule to that. Like, who should like somebody more? Like, or somebody should like somebody more? No, I feel
like we should take turns.
Liking each other?
I think sometimes I'm going to like you more. I might be, oh, you're so clingy.
Okay.
And he be like, and sometimes like, oh, get out my face. But I want to be around you. And we normally see each other every weekend, and now you trying to see me on a Wednesday. Like, I got my kids. I be chilling. Like,
and see, that's what I'm saying. That's why my answer went to not feelings, but it went to like each other. Because I'm liking something.
You're so logical.
Yeah, I'm liking something. I'm liking something about you. Of course, like I said, that's needless to say. Like, most of the time, people don't approach people, or people don't engage people to that extent that they're not physically attracted to. So I'm just gonna leave that out. So when I'm talking about being attracted to someone or liking someone, rather, I'm liking who they are essentially. Like, I'm liking, can I be myself around you? Can you be yourself around me? How do we get along? Can do we enjoy some of the same things? They are the things I'm liking. So in that case, if we're talking about that, yes, it's going to be somebody that, like, you know, I like doing this. I like doing that. Oh, you like doing that? Oh, I don't do that. I don't really like doing that, but I'll do it for you. Like, somebody, you know, that's going to be an imbalance.
Right. Like, so we have redeem yourself. Anything you would like to take away, and this is the time to speak now and forever hold your peace. What I would want to say is, when it comes down to my type, wanting the person to be intellectual and have EQ, like really be emotionally intelligent, I feel like I like that, because even with that, to be balanced and how to use our logic and our feelings, everybody has it. And I feel like so many people, you know, would like to say they're just logical. No man I've ever met in my life is just logical. They don't even notice that they express themselves feelings. Even a person saying, you disrespected me is a feeling. That is not logic. That's your logic, because what you deem disrespectful has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with you. It's a feeling. So I would like a person to take away understanding logic and... So
disrespect can't be an action?
Well, what I'm saying, how men use it,
okay.
Disrespect is like a logical thing for them.
I got you.
For us, they say it's a feeling. when we say you disrespected me,
I feel disrespected.
you're in your feelings. When y'all say we disrespecting, when a man says he's a woman is disrespecting him, it's like
we in our head.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm a man. I'm not saying nothing. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as a man. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, yes, let's take that with us for redeem yourself. Now you could give, that's just my take. You can give your take on whatever you would like.
I don't need to redeem myself for nothing. I said what I said.
I said what I said.
I said what I said.
And that's that.
If not, I ain't said enough.
I ain't saying enough.
We got a long season
I
to
don't
go.
think we could say enough.
Yeah. We gonna circle these things over again, the different capacities. So revisit this. We'll have time. I'll have time to redeem myself on another episode.
So as we go out, I would like to thank everybody for watching, and for those who haven't watched the last 3 episodes, take a look. Go back and take a look so you can see that this month was just simply about how we think, our point of view. This had nothing to do with like everybody, but it's just our point of view. And from today, I mean, we are ready for whatever we say we want, right? Or just the idea of it. If you're talking goals, make sure your actions actually know. Because understanding will always take you further than intention. Your intention can be good or bad, but understanding what goes into those good or bad intentions will be your outcome.
And if I just want to touch on that, I would say understanding is important.
What I need.
But we also want to get to the part where we use wisdom and we're wise.
Absolutely.
Because understanding is applied knowledge. Because you can have an understanding of something but not know how to apply it. What makes you wise is having an understanding and the knowledge to apply it and utilize what you know.
Great add-on.
All right.
So let's wrap it up. That is our show for today. Relationship goals or relationship knows.
We'll see y'all next week.
Y'all.
Because if you talking black,
we're talking back.
holla. See y'all.
You hate that.